What's going on, guys? Zers here. And before I get into victim blaming, as I intended on doing first, I thought it made a little more sense to start breaking down rape culture, considering the fact that victim blaming is actually a part of rape culture, right? So what we're gonna do here is I found this very short clip about rape culture, and I decided, yeah, may as well do a video response to it. Because, I mean, we got a couple more video responses about rape culture we gotta get through anyway. So, with that being said, let's do it.
It's in movies, in video games, in fashion, and in...
Yeah, I might just be a little, a tad bit off base here, but it really doesn't look like anybody was getting raped in those clips that you provided. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just, maybe I just don't see rape culture for the bullshit that it is. I don't know.
In music.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is actually coming from a man who's made several songs about how he kills people and does lots of illegal drugs. So, I mean, if he makes a song about raping someone, I mean, can you really be surprised? This isn't really the person with the greatest level of moral fortitude, right? So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, he's not the greatest role model in the world. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's right. Let's just keep going.
Rape culture is all around us. But what is it? Rape culture is the normalization of sexual violence against women.
Just women? Only women?
You see it in society's attitudes and institutions. It's the trivialization of rape that makes people ignore it, joke about it.
I replaced her pepper spray with silly string. Anyway, that night she got raped.
Well, considering the fact that a joke is something by definition you're not supposed to take seriously, I don't understand why you're taking it seriously.
Or think it only happens in dark alleys. A recent example? In response to rape charges brought against him, singer CeeLo Green tweeted, "Women who have really been raped, remember," then deleted it. Actually, CeeLo, raping someone while they're unconscious is still rape.
Yeah, but I really think CeeLo Green was trying to say that that girl was lying. I don't think he was saying that he didn't actually rape her. I mean, I think he was trying to say that he's innocent. I'm thinking he's saying that he did not rape her, and he's saying if you really did get raped, you would remember it. Because, I mean, let's be honest, how could you know that you've been raped if you don't remember getting fucking raped? Unless you woke up that night next to someone you don't recognize. But then again, you just could have gotten blackout drunk. And if he was also blackout drunk, actually, in the state of California, did you know that if you're drunk and you still have sex with a woman that's drunk, you still technically raped her? Sucks, man. Considering the fact that rape can actually only happen between penis and vagina sex. So, yeah, this whole rape culture against women thing, huh? Fuck.
As is any sex without consent. And unfortunately, it's far more common than you might think.
Stop fighting it, just give in to it. I don't know why I'm quoting a rapist.
So I guess to kind of address most of all of the dumbass points that she made, I mean, so fucking what? People joke about stealing. Does that mean we have a stealing culture? I mean, people joke about people being fat. Does that mean we have a fat culture? I mean, actually, we kind of do have a fat culture when most of the inhabitants in America are fat. Yeah, but I mean, people make fun of nerds. Does that mean we have a nerd culture? Simply making fun of something doesn't mean that we normalize it or trivialize it. Ironically, the funny thing about a rape joke is the fact that people take rape seriously. Yeah, I know. Usually when people explain jokes, it kind of loses its flair and it's not as funny as it was if you just would have, immediately got it. But let me explain something to you feminists. The mere fact that people acknowledge that rape is a serious thing is what gives the joke its edge. Is what gives the joke its hilarity value. I don't know, for lack of a better fucking word. It's what makes people laugh. It is because we take fucking rape seriously, we laugh at rape jokes. When you get shot in the back of the head, when you're like playing Halo or some first-person shooter, you're like, ah, fuck, I got raped. The joke is, what just happened to you is not that fucking serious. You're contrasting that with rape, something that is serious. And that in itself is the fucking joke. The joke is getting shot in the back of the head in a game where you get respawned 3 seconds later is not serious. That's the irony. The irony of the joke is you're comparing something mundane and simple to something very serious. That's the joke. That is the fucking joke. That was the same irony joke in the whole Daniel Tosh joke, you know? So, yeah. Making fun of something doesn't mean that you're normalizing it, or doesn't even mean that you accept it, or it doesn't even mean that you think it's okay. It just means you're able to find humor out of it. It just means you're able to, you know, have a sense of humor and joke about stuff. And if you don't find rape jokes funny, humor is indeed fucking subjective. Just because you don't think rape jokes are funny doesn't mean that someone else doesn't, and it also doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to laugh or joke around about it. Just saying.
In the United States, nearly 1 in 5 women have reported being raped at some time in their lives.
Yeah, I've actually seen several videos that said that that rape statistic was fallacious. However, I haven't been able to find that statistic, even though it's provided by the ODC or wherever source you got it from. I will have to ask, though, where exactly was this test conducted? Because if you only take out a sample size, that means you've only shown that 1 in 5 women in that area have been sexually assaulted. And then we have to get into the minutia of what exactly is sexual assault anyway. So, factoring all of that into that, considering that there are 3 types of lies, damn lies, and statistics, I think what you just said was a crock of fucking bullshit. There's no way that 1 in 5 women get raped in America. Because if they did, you'd think that'd be the incentive to, I don't know, learn martial arts or learn how to make sure that shit doesn't happen or learn how to protect yourself. But of course, that's victim blaming. So, yeah.
But the consequences of rape culture are probably worse than we know. Only 40% of rapes even get reported. Well,
this is where my common sense kind of like kicks in, and I have to say, how the fuck could you possibly know that? If only 40% of rapes get reported, how do you know 60% of them haven't been reported if they haven't fucking been reported? For all you know, only 0.03% of rapes get reported. Or, for all you know, 100% of all rapes get reported. I mean, the only way to know that some court cases have not been fucking reported is if they haven't been fucking reported. Actually, no, they have to be reported to know that. So yeah, that's bullshit.
Only 10% ever lead to an arrest, and out of every 100 rapes, only 3 rapists will ever spend a single day in prison.
Well, considering the fact that most rapes actually happen in prison, yeah, I can say that's bullshit.
That leniency is a big part of rape culture. Across U.S. college campuses, the story isn't too different. 1 in 5 women is sexually assaulted. Again, it often goes unpunished.
Yeah, go ahead and say that to all those innocent black men in jail right now on some false rape charges. It barely goes fucking punished.
Columbia University student Emma Solkowicz, who says she was raped in her dorm, kicked off this school year with a powerful protest.
I will be carrying this dorm room matches with me everywhere I go for as long as I attend the same school as my rapist.
Now, I'm not going to lie, when I first saw that clip, I was confused as absolute shit, because I had no idea what the point of carrying the mattress around was for. But I decided to do some research, and then I figured out that she was carrying the mattress around as a symbol of the weight that she must carry after the traumatic experience of being raped. And I honestly feel like that's a huge problem. Now, I'm going to be completely serious, and Emily, you may never see this video, and if you do, you'll probably get your feelings hurt, but you need it. You need to put that mattress down, and you need to go get help. Because if that is still bothering you, it means you haven't healed yet. And you have bigger priorities right now than whether or not this man goes to jail or not. Listen, you may not be religious, but people reap what they sow. And guess what? I got a bit of a problem hanging on to a lot of shit that hurts with me too. It's a struggle in my life as well. But I gotta take steps to get rid of that anger and to get rid of that hurt. The same way you have to too. Now again, you probably will never see this video, but if you have been raped or if you've had anything happen in your life, you can't go around carrying that with you everywhere. And again, I have that problem too, and I'm currently working on it, which is why I'm telling you guys out in the interwebs that that is fucking horrible. That is terrible, because that's going to affect how she treats men for the rest of her life until she deals with it, until she gets over it, until she heals. This is not saying that what the rapist did, allegedly, because we don't know if she got raped or not. It could have just been a bad night. Women do lie. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty anyway, so I'm not inclined to think that she was raped, not until I see the evidence and it goes to trial. Sorry. Don't get mad at me because I don't automatically believe she was raped. Get mad at all of the women who lied about being raped. That it's their fault, not mine. That being said, if that did happen to you, you need to heal. Healing should be your priority right now, not getting somebody punished. He's gonna get his. You know, you reap what you sow. What comes up must come down. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So, yeah. Emily, anyone else out there? That's absolutely fucking terrible. You shouldn't be walking around with a fucking mattress everywhere. Not unless, of course, you want to take a nap. Just saying.
Campus sexual assault is so rampant that the White House has even assembled a task force to deal with it. But that's not all the government has on its hands. Sexual assault in the military is even more widespread. 1 in 3 women is assaulted by a fellow service member, and 62% of women who reported their assaults suffered retaliations.
Damn, that woman in the blue dress was beautiful. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, what was I responding to? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sexual assault in the military. Well, you know, I sat here and I thought about that one for a second, and I was like, well, you know, if someone ever saw this, they'd probably be like, well, Zeus, that whole self-defense and martial arts thing doesn't really seem to be helping women too much right now. And to that I would reply, well, no, I don't think these women were forcibly raped at all. Here's why. 1, because they're supposed to be defending our country, which means I have to assume that they're in pretty good physical condition, and thus they have to know some level of self-defense, because I mean, if they can't fight off a man on our U.S. military forces, I mean, how are they going to fight off a man somewhere off in Saudi Arabia? Honestly, if you can't protect yourself from getting raped, I really don't think that you're in any position to be protecting the country from getting attacked. And of course, again, that might be blunt and a little harsh, which is exactly why I do not think that these women are forcibly raped. No, I think these women suffer under the whole coercive type of rape. You know, the rape that Lacey Green says you get sexually assaulted by people who are in higher positions than you are. Because remember, the military is hierarchical, right? You have your general, you have your colonel. I don't really remember all of the different steps of that. I just know general is top tier. But the entire system of a military is hierarchical. So, that being said, anybody, or any man, or any woman, and that for that matter, who's in a higher position than some other serviceman, and they have sex with each other, could technically count as sexual assault based on the definition of the word. I swung over to Wikipedia, and here's the definition. The U.S. Army Guide states, sexual assault is a crime defined as intentional sexual contact, characterized by the use of force, physical threat, or abuse of authority, or when the victim does not or cannot consent. Sexual assault includes rape, non-consensual sodomy, oral or anal sex, indecent assault, unwanted, inappropriate sexual contact or fondling, and attempts to commit these acts. Holy shit. That would mean that these women don't even actually have to be raped in order for it to be considered sexual assault. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot more research on the whole sexual assault thing in the military before I can actually accurately respond to any claim made by that. So if that disappoints people, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm only human. And let's keep going.
Victim blaming is a big part of rape culture. That means faulting the girl for what she wore, what she drank, and how she acted, instead of blaming the actual rapist.
Hindsight's 20/20. But I'll get into that in the next video.
In 2012 in Steubenville, Ohio, 2 high school football players raped a 16-year-old girl who had passed out after drinking too much. But in this tight-knit town that loves its football, it was the victim that received a lot of the blame, while the football players received sympathy. And though they were convicted and served jail time, one is already back on the team.
Steubenville. Bill, I don't know, I can't pronounce it. You know, a lot of feminists love to bring up Steubenville as a perfect example of how we live in a rape culture. However, ironically speaking, not very many people are actually very fond of the fact that these men raped those women, raped that woman, and in particular, not a lot of people are able to say that what they did was a pretty good thing. A lot of people do also say that that girl who drank way too fucking much and was technically underage drinking and shouldn't have never touched fucking alcohol in the first place, they say if she had never drank it that much, she never would have gotten raped. Well, I mean, that kind of goes without saying. It's kind of like saying, well, if you've never driven a car, you've never been in a car accident. Well, yeah, technically fucking speaking. So, yeah, but again, hindsight's 20/20. To be fair, those guys did go to jail. They were found guilty of rape, and I think one of them got out. I think that's what the one lady just said in the next clip that we're about to see. But, yeah, it's still legal, still wrong, And I think everybody outside of fucking Steubenville said that rape is wrong and that they deserve to go to jail. So I don't see how we live in a rape culture if that's the current state of things. I'm just saying.
What does that tell you? Rape culture means images of objectification and violence against women are so common, we're practically desensitized to them.
You have got to be kidding me. Men get sexually objectified too. Is there a rape culture against men? Actually, you know what? I think that's a pretty good video topic to chat about. Because I do think if there's a rape culture, it probably is a rape culture against men. At least in the United States. I mean, if you want to go to the African Congo, yeah, that's a rape culture. You want to go to Saudi Arabia? Yeah, that's probably more of a rape culture than America is. I mean, not saying that a rape culture doesn't exist, because I mean in other countries, it does, but not in fucking America.
So how can we build a culture of respect and consent instead?
You know, closing thought, a sexually subjective image is a piss-poor example of how we live in a rape culture. Considering the fact that the woman that's being objectified consented to her own objectification. She probably got paid for it too. But I guess you could say that that was a coercion, so maybe she just got, I don't know, photo raped. Anyway, that was our opening to rape culture, and I found lots of other videos where women are complaining about this non-existent rape culture in America. And honestly, I don't know how I'm going to get through all the asinity. With that being said, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below, and as always, have a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.